Operation Fostering Kittens from a rural community mama who made our garage into a maternity ward. Our first endeavor was just real quick, down and dirty, like garden variety fence, but we've upgraded to a strictly unglued PVC pipe construction that we can modify at any time by snipping the fence and making it any shape we want. We have one inside and one outside. The outside one is bigger. There's a platform, as you can see, where we can put the food and water if we want to. But right now the water's on the ground, so we can get to it easy. And it's covered in plastic. The first one only had the food area covered. This has the whole thing covered, and we had to redo it. As you notice, that we used 3/4 inch, and here is 1 inch. We may have better off being 1 inch on the corners, but there's a 1 inch here, there's a 1 inch inside there, and another 1 inch on the other end, which this cage is 6 foot tall, but the 1 inch pieces are 6 feet 8 inches thereabouts. This, we found out, is better because it gives it a tent look, so rainwater runs off. We had an incident where one part was too flat, it caught water and started to collapse. So we decided to go this route. You can see the 1 inch PVC pipe there, and you can see that it's totally covered on one end, so it's a completely dry area. It doesn't cover everything on the sides, just one end. That way, where they sleep and where the food is, or anything else they want to keep, will remain dry. The deck is 31 inches from the ground, and we have a wooden ramp going on up to it. And we have the indoor-outdoor green carpet. You can get any color you want. This came from Lowe's, although some of the parts came from Lowe's, some parts came from Home Depot. The special pieces, like the T's and the crosses, that's pretty common. The corner pieces, they are pretty common, and that's the gate. But the common pieces are like that, but they go in both ways. The problem was when you get down to, like down here in the center, where it's a 3/4 inch, it goes vertical and horizontal, and so basically, let's put it this way, on the compass it goes north, south, east, and west, plus it has a horizontal piece that goes, let's say at the equator, and that had to be specially ordered from like Amazon or like Lowe's and Home Depot. This case came from Lowe's. The special pieces that we needed, you could order online and have it shipped to you, or shipped to the store. They email you and say it's here, and you just go pick it up. Very good for Lowe's to do that. And then we try to paint it a little bit to blend in. You don't need to paint it, but you can see how the plastic is, how we came down to these areas here, so that any diagonal rain hits this part, it's still going to go underneath. But again, the plastic on the side goes from top to bottom, bottom to top. This keeps that area inside dry, and I mean it does keep it dry. Also, if you notice in the back corner down there, if I get down there, if it shows up, you will see part of the fence underneath the cage. That's only just a strip, so that if any dog or cat wanted to dig, they run into the fencing and think it goes all the way across. It only just along the edges. And we covered it with sand. We wanted to use regular sand. This turned out to be paver sand, which is a little more gritty, but you can pack it down better. It gives them plenty of room. And the gate is right here, 6 foot tall, and the opening I made 2 feet. So these are actually just 2 foot pieces, separate pieces that I bought, so I wouldn't have to cut them. Anything else I cut. So, and then using rope, I tried other things like zip ties and sort of hooky things. None of them worked. So the rope seems to work best. You get a good eyelet hook type thing that you can tie to, and you can wrap it around as much as you want to or as little. You can move it up and down. Some people may want to put 2, one at the top, one at the bottom. Here it seems like one in the middle is good enough. They can't push it open. And I just put this leftover string hanging down, and that gives them something to play with. They got toys in there, and the black cable came from Walmart. Is one of those that you have in your backyard or something, for your your chairs, or that you want to sit out in your yard. Got something to put drinks or play a game on or something like that. That came from Walmart. The zip ties we used, some cases we had 14 inches, some 11 inches. The majority was 8 inches. And in some places you can use those really short, skinny ones. And then we trimmed them back. These I just put on today because I found that as you look at the fence here, it's kind of hard to see sometimes, is some of it gets spread apart. And so I got the tighter mesh, as you can see down there, which closes up any holes that they can get in it and out of. And zip tie those. They haven't been trimmed back yet. And yes. So the kids have had all their shots. They can't get them fixed until October. Any donations of money will be gladly appreciated. However, not really needed. Just a gesture. Anybody looking for a home? We got 3 black cats and a gray cat. I'm trying to keep the gray one and 1 black one. I don't know how that's going to work. Because, see, dogs are happy to see anybody. They're happy to be with anybody. Cats, as we all know, look at you and ask you for your resume. So if they don't like your resume, they don't like you. So they pick you. So there's that problem. And where are you going, fella? So this mama had, we don't know what sex the gray cat is, which will be in the other video. But all 3 black are a male. 2 have the golden eyes like a Bombay cat does. They do have some white on the chest, so that means they're mixed, not really a true Bombay. The mother has even prettier yellow eyes like a Bombay, but also has some white on her. So, and she was skinny as a rail. These were some of the smallest kittens I've ever seen in my life. They've actually fit in my hand. And so you can imagine a kitten that fits right in your hand is really tiny. So this is the cage. PCV pipe, unglued, so you can change it to conform to any shape that you may desire in the future. You can add to it. You can change directions. You can do all kinds of things. And there's no litter box in here because it's all sand. I'm thinking about, and open for suggestions, if you think I should put a litter box in there to keep them litter box trained, I would like comments. Now, they've all had their shots. They've had their fleet stuff, but one of them keeps scratching like there's no tomorrow. So I don't know what's up with that. So does some flea things work better than others? I don't know. but the feeders work really good for the dry food. I do give them some wet food occasionally. Oh, did you fall down? Oh no. Okay, that's about it. So you can see that this is a 6 foot tall. It's about 9.5, almost 10 feet long, and it's 5 feet wide. So actually it's a little more than 5 feet if you add in the pieces, because that adds just, you know, fractions of an inch one way or another. But those are standard 5 foot PVC pieces that have been cut in half, as you can see down here at the bottom, so you could put the vertical pipe back in, up in there. And the 1 inchers are just have the connectors at the top, because there's 3 vertical and there's 1 horizontal that goes the full length, so you have that tent shape so water runs off of it. And there you have it. Again, PVC pipe, not glued, so you can rearrange it at will and change it. And cover one end with plastic so they have a dry area when it rains. And that's pretty much it. I think they're getting a little noisy now because they want the good wet food. So there you have it, outside cage. Thank you very much.